Welcome back, one and all. Spair World 2.0. Yeah. Well, I got the floor done, and I made a small mistake. No, I did not count wrong again. Yeah, everything's fine with the floor. I was trying to organize some stuff. As you can see, got some stuff organized here. Trying to clear this out because it's working very well. This is all during the time where I've been building out there. But the floor was looking good, so I had to show somebody. So I decided to show my wife. It wasn't that simple. There were lots of questions, suggestions, as you know, that will happen, that sidetracked me a bit. Like now there's a door here. I'll show you some more stuff. I had to put up a painting. I was informed that it was too dark in here, that we needed a window or a painting. So a painting had to be set up in the mob grinder because it didn't look good enough. Okay, let's go out here. Let's put this door in. I was also informed that we need some flowers. So to go into the area where all the mobs die, we had to make it look nice. So we put flowers. And there are flowers along the walkway. Oh, here's the floor. The floor does look cool. I like how it looks. I think that looks really cool. So I'm going to go in here and show you what else happened. One of the other questions, well, do you have any animals? Yes, I do. Here are the cows. And one of the things you don't understand is my wife is a member of SETFA. She's an inspector for SETFA. Guys, get back in. Get back in. SETFA is the Citizens for the Citizens for the Ethical Treatment of Virtual Animals. And she decided to inform me that this was a violation because the cows need to have more room. Apparently, from her perspective, the virtual animals, the virtual cows, have to have, each of them need to have at least a 2x2 space for themselves and not packed in like that. So I did get just a warning for right now that I do have to get this fixed. But otherwise SETFA will come back in with some fines or something, and I'll have to fix that. So hopefully we'll get that taken care of at some point soon. Okay, roaming cows again. Then of course there was more. I'm not done yet. She said, "Well, do you have any other animals?" I said, "Well, there are some other animals roaming around. Here, I'll show you. I don't know if I showed you up here yet. I do like how that looks. Look at that. That is cool. And I did. That is one good thing I like about this is I did this with half slabs. So when I put the torches up here, it glows at night. So the slabs glow, which gives a really cool look. So it looks like that glowing all night, all the time. But it's far enough up that it doesn't affect the mob spawner. Okay, so we're up here. One of the things I found was that seeing we're in a jungle biome, we have lots and lots of ocelots spawning up here. Oh, that was pretty cool. Little kittens. Hello, little kittens. Hello. Hello. Luckily enough, I was informed by one of my kids that ocelots do not take and cats do not take fall damage. I think, which is nice. Um, but of course, she's like, "Oh, you have ocelots. Do you have any cats?" I said, "No, not yet. That wasn't one of my. That was a project. If you remember, I think that was Project 51. Um, I said, not yet. You need a cat." So I had to go fishing and get a cat. Now, mind you, all I wanted to do was show her my design on the floor there, and it kind of got a little bit more than that. So I ended up, and here's my cat. This is Callie. I was also told that Callie needed something soft to sit on, so I ended up having to go make a rug, um, and I used some of the wool from the what was that thing over there? That thing over there. You remember that's the Desert Temple, which I also went by because she wanted to see that Desert Temple, and she saw that and said, "Well, take all that wool and go make Callie something nice to sit on." So I did that. And then also, while I was out and about, I ended up going by the village because I wanted to show her the villagers and their new sounds, the Squidward sounds, which is actually kind of funny. And went by there, and she then informed me that, well, what can you do with villagers? And I showed her, well, you can trade things. Ooh, okay, well, what can you buy? So I ended up buying melon seeds, which I needed at some point, so at least that was good. But, you know, I had to do that. But I got trapped over there. Time to go to sleep here. Well, here, I'll wait till it gets dark so I can show you more of this. I got trapped over there and no bed, so I couldn't go to sleep. So wouldn't you know what happens? We had a siege. We had zombies coming from all over the place. I think I ended up with the stupid villagers opening the doors and letting the zombies in. I think I lost half my villagers over there. So I think what I'm going to be doing, see, isn't that look cool? Now is that is epic right there. I think that just looks cool. That is a Celtic knot, and shape. I think that's a shield shape, which is supposed to have protection. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I like how that glows. Anyway, back to this. So I lost about half of my villagers over there. I'm going to have to work on that next. So I think that defines my next project. I am going to work on moving those villagers over here so I can start building a iron golem farm. I mean, one of the things I could do. All right, cow, you're done. You're done, cow. He flew. His last request was that he would learn how to fly. He wanted to be a bird. You too, cow. No roaming around. Alright, I gotta figure out something to do over here. Alright, so one of the things I'm gonna do back to my project here is I need to make that iron golem farm over here. And I think I'm gonna do it over here. Got this little area that juts out here of land. And you got this open area right down here. So I think I'm going to make the village down here. I might have to take out that section over there, but I think this looks like a good area for it. So that's where I'm going to be working next. So let me get started on that. Moving the villagers over. And let's see, I wonder how long I've talked already. If I have time, I will come back and show you what I've done so far, getting the iron golem farm ready. Alright, so I need to actually make like a project wall, and put a bunch of projects on it. There's a couple things. I want to make 3 walls up here, I think. A project wall, they write down all my little notes on signs and put them up and decide what I want to be working on. And in fact, later on, if anybody's ever starts watching these, what we can do is we can start deciding what to work on next. I love the input. And so down here is where I'm going to put the village. The iron golem farm right down here. Might have to fill in some water, but I think that'll be okay. So back to the wall. One project wall. I think I'm going to put up a death wall. About how many times I've died, because I did die again recently and ended up because of a skeleton snuck up behind me and cornered me in with a power bow of some kind and knocked me down very fast. So I died again. I think I've died 4 times, which is not bad after building this thing. I mean, I'm up high here, working with heights, and I didn't die at all from this. Let's see then. Oh, there goes an ocelot. There goes 2. Are they okay? 3? Or is that one just derping? Yeah, that one's just derping. There's a swimmer. Alright. And then the 3rd wall. What was my 3rd wall? I was going to do one more wall. Projects. The death wall. Oh, questions. Like, I've got some stuff I want to try and get answered at some point. I want to find out, like, there's one thing I figured out, and I'll show you. I asked a question to myself of if I don't like using more coal than I have to, so I always wait till I have 8 pieces of something to smelt before I use a piece of coal. It's just one of those things that, you know, I'm just kind of weird about. With the hoppers, I was wondering if you had some way of it automatically pulling out if it goes quicker, if you don't lose time if you switch off doing different things. And so that was one of my questions. I have some other questions I was going to do, and I was going to put those up so we could figure them out. Another one of my questions that I want to do is when you have a potion of fire resistance on, pardon me, does your and you go into lava. The lava won't hurt you, but does it damage your armor? I don't know. I want to find out. So there's some other things like that. Let's see, another one of my projects after I get done with the village over here is I am going to want to find some way of getting up here more easily. Not this. This doesn't look good. So I mean, I have this nice curves and everything, and nice flooring there. How am I going to get up here? Do I want to have a tower that comes up here? Some way of walking up one of the legs or something? I don't know. I got to think about that. It's one of my other things. So lots to do. Lots to do. So I'm going to get started on this over here. And maybe when we come back, and I also got to get that fixed down there, we will see more about what's happening here. And go on. I'll continue to try and make things look nice. Yeah, I know. So we'll go from there, and I will talk to you guys soon.